Welcome, everybody. I am Jason Wright.
And I am your neighborhood sis, Ash T.
Distinguished gentleman, Jamie Wright.
This your man that's going to always keep it real, Jarrell Wright.
Hey, this is Talisha. You can count on me to keep it real and keep it raw.
And we are the Our Blank Slate podcast crew. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jason Wright. I am with my co-host, Talisha Wilson, Mr. Jamie Wright, and Mr. Jarrell Wright. All right. Glad to see everybody again. And as we get started, man, as always, we want to start talking about current events. All right. So since I have the LeBron sexuals on here, and when we talk sports,
I know you lying.
I really want to make sure that I hear, as y'all heard a couple weeks ago, Jarrell talk about the landing spots for LeBron, and LeBron ended up landing exactly where Jarrell ended up saying. So I'm gonna pass it over to Mr. Jarrell Wright and Mr. Jamie Wright on our sports segment. And gentlemen, I really like you to talk about the LeBron landing, as well as say anything else, because there's a lot of things going on in free agency as well. And I like for anything that you have associated with that to be able to speak up. So I'm gonna pass it over to you, Mr. Jarrell Wright. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, well, as like he said, I projected that he would be going to Philly because it just made perfect sense for him to go there. And that's where he went. And since the LeBron signing, Philly is not playing. They just signed Caldwell Pope. That was a tremendous pickup. And if my sources are correct.
Hold on. You said Caldwell Pope from Memphis?
Yes.
You gave up Caldwell Pope?
Yeah,
I guess we're in a rebuilding. See, we're
in a rebuild stage. Yep. So Philly got him. And Philly to turn around, if my sources are correct, they got Drew Holiday as well. So Philly is just ridiculously, they're not playing. So I can see Philly being a problem coming out of the East. Now, LeBron, with Maxey, Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Caldwell Pope, and if they got Drew Holiday, oh my goodness, that's gonna be sickening. Oh, and they got a decent bench. Now, with that being said, though, there's other teams out there making moves because I don't want LeBron to monopolize all the headlines. The Pacers made a decent pickup, and a lot of people have forgot all about our Indiana Pacers. But keep in mind, they are a good team, and we got some good young talent, and we just picked up Kelly Oubre. So Kelly Oubre will bring he's got that defense, he's got that tenacity, and he got that hustle spirit. So he definitely will be a big enhancement to the Pacers lineup. And we got our boy Halliburton's going to be coming back. So I look for Indiana to still be a beast in the East, even though they didn't do anything last year. But this year coming up, I think they're going to make some noise. And I'm counting on my Pacers to make some noise. Not to mention the fact you got New York, and then also you got Boston. I think Boston will be all right with Paul George. Now, so the East is going to be a decent. It's going to be a decent contender this year. It's not going to just be the same old teams like it has been in the past. And then with Philly, like I said, I would put Philly as number one. You know what? I'll take that back. I would still put New York number one. I'll put New York number one.
The defending champions.
And because they got that chemistry. So it's going to be hard to put a super team together and they have that chemistry right away. It's going to be hard. So I can see Philly losing probably their first 20 games. Out of the first 20 games, I can see them dropping 8 to 10 of those because they still got to get that chemistry together. But after the All-Star break, I can see them picking up and probably placing third in the East, between second and third in the East. And I can see the Pacers picking up where they left off 2 years ago. But New York got that chemistry, and they're pretty much, for the most part, keeping that team together. Now, they did lose Robinson. Although people say, well, Robinson's not a big factor. Yes, he is. Robinson is a big factor because Robinson clogged that paint. He played great defense, and he got rebounds. And that presence is going to be missed because that's going to put more pressure on Carl Towns Williams to get in there. Cat Williams, I'm sorry. Carl Carl Williams Jr. to put more pressure on him to get in the paint down low. And he, most part, he like to shoot outside. He really do. But they lost a big presence there. So it's going to be interesting in the East. It is definitely going to be interesting. Always going to be interesting. And I'm definitely looking forward to this season coming up. And I guess I'll let Jamie go ahead and put his 2 cents in there.
You said it all. And it's people auditioning right now to be a part of the LeBron sweepstakes that's willing to come to Philly for the Lolo. Juwan Howard, it was just like, hey, y'all know what to do. He's willing to come off the bench, take the league minimum, just to be a backup player, center, a presence in the paint. And others that's trying to get to Philly. Philly is about to be it's about to be litty in the city, man, for real, for real. And they got a monster squad. And honestly, they got a squad where you can start them all and then you can rotate putting them in pairs of 2s. You know what I mean? And leveraging your bench to mix it up and max. And I think that's why you got the season. We're going to play and figure out what the winning formula is. What's the right cohorts to put together? I think LeBron is totally fine playing, a second or third option as needed. I think he's going to elevate the culture of the locker room. I think him and Jalen, they got to run that fade. Once that's taken care of, I think they're going to get on the same page. I think he's going to respect the IQ that LeBron brings, having a floor general, pretty much a head coach on the court that can see everything before it happens in real time. And Jalen's an astute player, has a really intellectually high basketball IQ, and so I think they'll feed off one another. I mean, this to me, people think it can't work because there's too many chefs in the kitchen. But this is a Michelin restaurant. They all have great chefs in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to deliver at scale, and we want to deliver quickly. Yeah, will it take time for them to gel? Absolutely. Will it take time to feed off each other, fill everybody out, get that cohesion and cohesiveness? Yes, by all means. And I can't wait for the reporters to write, this is going to tank. This was the worst thing, until they figure it out. And once they figure it out and hit the on button, you know it's on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all early. Y'all better stock up on Erlenbacher stock. Get your popcorn. It's about to get real interesting in Philadelphia.
Yes, it is. And one thing that people have not really paid close attention to, what I'm always keeping my ears to the street is, them two really going to have a come to Jesus meeting, because if you remember correctly, Jaylen Brown said Bronny was not a pro. LeBron has not forgot about that whatsoever. Has not forgot about that. So that's going to be interesting right there when they have their first meeting, because no father wants anyone to talk, smack about their son. So I remember Jaylen Brown was saying that Bronny was not ready for the pros. He was not a pro caliber player. And I think he still stands on that to this day. So with that being stated, we're going to see how them two gel. We're going to see how them two gel once they come to the locker room together. So that's going to be a unique cast right there all together. And then not to mention the fact they haven't played together before, besides in the All-Star game. So it's going to be a lot of talent being thrown in there all at once. So once Coach Nurse gets the feel of the team, again, people are going to be like, man, this is a disaster. It's not going to work. The first 10 to 20 games, that's going to be an experiment. So they will lose a few of those games. But by the time the All-Star break comes, I guarantee you they'll be running on all 8 cylinders. I guarantee you that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Portland's going to do, because John went to Portland. And I'm looking forward to seeing, there's a lot of moving and shaking going around. I'm looking to see what Miami's going to do in the East, because Miami just got Giannis along with Bam. So there's NBA. I wish it could start today. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get it.
I'm more of a football person, but I definitely am ready for the NBA season. I truly felt that he should have went to Miami. He probably had to do less. But I see y'all. So you guys have jumped on the Philly bandwagon. Hey, we'll see what happens next year. I still.
I've been a loyal Philadelphia Sixers fan since last Saturday.
I'm definitely still a supporter of Boston, but I love Miami right now. I think Miami, still has a good team. I'm hoping they can make some good trades during this offseason as well to be able to be even a stronger opponent. But it's going to be hard to go through Miami as well. So remember that. You know what I'm saying? New York again, defending champions, but it's going to be hard to go through Miami as well.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be, like I said, the league as a whole is gonna be interesting to watch, because you got LaMelo, he's there gonna be playing with Ant-Man in Minnesota. That's gonna be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to that. And then you got them young guns coming up in Utah. I mean, Utah is them quietly and put themselves a little young team together. And if they can get some little veteran presence up there with them, I think Utah gonna make some noise too. So it's gonna be very, very fun to watch. And then I know one thing. I called Greg Popovich the other day, and I talked to him in detail. And I said, if Dylan Harper don't start over Fox, we're gonna have a problem. I might have to share.
Fox gonna be there at the beginning of the season.
I might have to sell my shares. And so he said he didn't want me to sell my shares because he valued my ownership. So he's looking forward to putting Dylan Harper in the starting role. He better start this year. And I told him that. So if we don't have Dylan Harper start this year, I'm starting to protest outside the Alamo Dome. Because it don't make no sense.
I'm with you.
All I want to say to those Jordan fans that are out there, man, I respect y'all for what y'all believed in, and even though y'all greatest player didn't play against many All-Stars in the championships that he won or any Hall of Famers. But what I will say, I appreciate
Many Hall of
LeBron.
Famers every time he played in the championship.
Okay, y'all can do the research, educate yourself. I'll let y'all see how many Hall of Famers.
Stupid when you say shit like that.
No.
Of the top 75 played with Michael Jordan. All right,
Robert.
Top 75.
Robert.
Michael Jordan. All right?
Jason. Chase, let's compare the Hall of Famers that LeBron beat. Is not even comparable. But anyway, I just wanted to say salute to LeBron, man, for releasing the chokehold and the headlock he had the NBA in. Nobody could make a move until the King made his decision. If that is not a prolific, greatest of all time player, I don't know what it is. So I'm ready to transition to the next subject. Right, let's do it.
Well, we can definitely transition, but
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get
my comments.
Panties in the bus.
LeBron was the top free agent of right now.
You're about to speak in tongue.
Absolutely right.
At 41 years old, at that, mind you. At 41 years old.
At
the people that he went into the draft with, they are already in the Hall of Fame. Put that in perspective.
They're not.
The people that he went into the draft with, the ones that were Hall of Fame, they are already sitting in the Hall of Fame.
They are not. Quit saying that. Quit lying to these people. People go fact check. Quit lying. They're not in the Hall of Fame. He went with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade ain't in the Hall of Fame yet. He went that close. He ain't in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yes, he is.
He ain't been out yet long enough to.
Carmelo Anthony got in the Hall of Fame this year. This year, 2026. Carmelo Anthony is in the Hall of Fame.
I didn't say
you over there popping it.
Dwayne Wade.
Popping it. Don't even know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I said Dwayne Wade. All right.
No, I said Carmelo Anthony. I said Carmelo Anthony was in the draft with him. Carmelo Anthony went into the Hall of Fame this year.
Okay, so
Dwayne Wade, he was on a different world.
I'm gonna fact check that. We're gonna go ahead and get started in a minute because I'm telling you, because I'm like, my whole thing is LeBron has done a great job of sitting his ass down and not playing in games that he was going to expend a lot of energy. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Longevity continues.
You just settled this when you were here.
All right.
He played more than 3/4 of the season last year. So let's fact check that and correct that on
the spot.
More.
You're right. He played 3/4 of the season last year. You're absolutely right. All right. Again, we're gonna continue to fact check if y'all want to. All right. So with that being said,
I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Carmelo Anthony went into the Hall of Fame in 2025.
That's last year.
Last year, yes.
That's what's up. Dwayne Wade. Who else in that class? Who else in that?
Dwayne Wade was on a different world. He didn't play in the NBA.
Who?
It went over his head, Talisha. Me and you will laugh at that.
I got you. I got you.
I'm pretty sure.
Man.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. You know what I'm saying? With that before continue to hurt these guys' feelings. So we're gonna go ahead with topic number one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this topic right here is a big one for me, just because it takes me down memory lane. You know, you've seen over the last few shows, man, when we love to go back in time and really live out the 90s in the 2000s, and I'm gonna really say, man, I love the 90s. So with that being said, now that statement had no correlation to what my topic that I'm about to say, but a lot of my faves come from that era. So what we will be talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is who has the biggest impact in hip hop. All right. So we're gonna talk about a few different categories, and then I got other questions that they weren't privy to before the show. All right, so we're gonna talk first, and my thing is I'm gonna pass it to Alicia first because I really want Jarrell to go last because I know from an R&B standpoint he will put some
Correct.
stuff up that I haven't had a chance to talk about. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna start with Talisha. All right, and then again, this is a group discussion, so it ain't just one person talking or whatever. It's a group discussion. But I'm gonna ask Talisha, and I'm gonna start with the easy one first. I don't I don't know how in depth your R&B background is, so I won't start with R&B. But I'm gonna say from a female standpoint, well, I'm gonna say from your standpoint, top 5. Who has the biggest impact in hip hop? And you can go from R&B, rap to neo soul to soul, whatever, wherever you want to go. But who to you has been the biggest impact to hip hop?
I don't know that I could say one person. I could tell you my favorites in each category. Like rap, if we're talking just biggest impact, not necessarily the best rapper.
Right.
Pac has to be in there.
Definitely.
Dr. Dre has to be in there for his producing, the people he put on. Lil Wayne had a whole cult of people behind him. Kendrick Lamar, and I think that's my 5.
Okay, I mean, there was some good
Yeah.
five. You know what I'm saying? It was a good 5, and we're gonna keep it moving. So again, fellas, this ain't a you know what I'm saying, wait for your turn type thing. We're gonna jump in. All right. So Rail, just since Talisha jumped in with the rap, top 5 rap.
Top 5 rap. I mean, a lot of people don't give this man a lot of credit, but he did a lot of albums. And what's his favorite word? Too short. Too short is
Yeah, when you said it, I already knew where you was going.
Yeah, Too Short is definitely had a major impact on hip hop, especially out in the West Coast. I mean, he is a legend out there. And then you also have, who was someone else that you had out there? You had, she said Dr. Dre. You also had NWA. They definitely had a major impact on hip hop. They the ones that pretty much introduced us to gangster rap.
That's
if
right.
you guys remember correctly, they introduced us to gangster rap back in the day. And someone then we come back over here on the East Coast. Somebody who's don't get a lot of credit, don't get a lot of pub, but was truly one of my favorite rappers because he would infuse R&B with his smooth style. And that's basically, a lot of people don't give him this credit, and that's Heavy D. Heavy D is a good, but man, that song still puts a banger to this day. So you got Heavy D out there. You have a lot of people that don't give this man the credit he deserved. You have LL Cool J out there. LL Cool J was
now I gotta take him off. I'm like, no, you know what?
LL Cool J was out there doing Crush Groove. Crush Groove came out what, 84?
Hey, my radio, like
I like it loud. You know what I mean? So you got LL out there. That was my man right there. Ladies love
I can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle bound man and put his face in the sand.
And when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. In the
hey,
back,
who you telling?
It's called.
Yeah.
Tell me I need a girl who is sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love. Man,
hey,
I would put that on, and that would inspire me to call a young lady and then just pour out my heart. You know what I'm saying to him. And so LL was a smooth brother, but yet he was still hard. You know, so
hey, for real. Hey, that's a dope 5. That's a dope 5.
Yes. Okay. And then you got, one more. Vanilla Ice. No, I'm just kidding. You got one more. This Joker guy.
Now wait a minute.
Hey, that's gonna be the clip we use, and they're gonna be like, "Who the hell is Jarrell?" Right?
Right. Just joking. But you got your boy Biggie. I mean, come on now. Say less. I mean, Biggie died at 24 years old?
Mm-hmm.
He was 24 years old. And he's been gone since 1995. And here we are in 2026. He's been dead longer than he was on this earth. And yet he still got a chokehold on the game. That speaks volumes
I'm a little
on how
disappointed that
talented.
you talked about Biggie and then talk about Pop, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to Jay.
I mean, I'm saying people that y'all already said just because they in my top five. I mean, Tupac, hands down, number one.
Mhm.
Nobody's touching Tupac. I don't care what coast you from. I don't care what country you from, what continent you reside. I don't care if you live out of space. Nobody's touching Tupac. 10 primary studio albums, over 75 million sold. He was a revolutionary. You could ask who Pac was, and every time you get a different answer, he was in tune with the struggle. And he also had some uplifting music for women, despite some of the charges that were alleged against him in the time that he did. He was really big on unity. My man was doing collabs and wasn't charging people anything. He was doing it off of love and off the strength, and you felt every single word. I mean, this dude work ethic was tremendous. He'd go and knock out a whole album in like a week. You know what I'm saying? Like he kept talking about, man, y'all like we got all this time. We ain't got all this time. You know what I mean? We got to get it out now, man. I know all of this discography from any CD that you make. I can let it ride all the way through. I'm talking, I mean, huge Pac fan. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And I mean, he also died early, but if you look at his body of work, if you look at his catalog, and he also was acting, and then think about he did all this, but while being in and out of jail.
Exactly.
Dude is prolific. Prolific. I mean, I don't even think it's a title you can give him. I think it's a top five. That's a separate category. And I think Pac is in that category all by himself. So I'm gonna maybe put
So
him there.
relatable to like our age group. It was
Man.
so relatable and personable to current day situations that we were living in at the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get a little wild, he has something for me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to, you know, if I was going through something, he has something for me. If I was getting ready to go handle something, he has something for me. I mean, the diversification of his music was just amazing. And I listen to it to this day, like his albums just came out. Like I put him in steady rotation. I'm gonna chill on that. I'm gonna name somebody that I just think is top five dead or alive in anybody's category, man. He's got the smoothest flow with a bit of a southern flair, and he could just talk, and he could talk and sell 1 million in records, man. I'm talking about 3 Stacks, Andre 3000.
Oh, man, I was thinking you said somebody else. Oh my God.
Bro, listen, y'all don't even remember. Y'all don't even remember that summer that he went on. He didn't put out an album. Him and Big Boy wasn't doing anything. He was doing a little bit of acting, and he just was snapping on everybody track and was murdering everybody on their song. Man, he went crazy. And I love the different collabs that I have. He's steady in my rotation. I'm begging for 3 Stacks, anything. I bought his little flute album, and it was a banger. I don't understand a word of it. I don't play the flute. I don't play the flute, but I bought it. Love 3 Stacks, man. I love him in everything with Dungeon Family. I loved him in Outkast. Loved him when he went solo. His lyricism and the way he tells stories, he really paint pictures with words. You know what I'm saying? I done got Jackie Chandler excited. She back there dancing. I think everybody looked over, man. That 2 of them, and I'm gonna go back to the '90s because I grew up with a lot of older brothers, man. Y'all are sleeping on Big Daddy Kane, bro. He brought that suave, sophisticated, smooth street vibe. You know what I'm saying with the ladies.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Oh
definitely.
man, that was player. He gets slept on sometimes, and he was big for the culture. Kumo D. When you talk about battle rapping, hitting you with punchline after punchline, different time. He gave LL Cool J a run for his money. Now how you like me now, man?
Yeah.
He went in. I love that. I mean, there's more. I'll maybe end with someone that may shock you.
We're gonna talk about honorable mentions in a minute. We're gonna talk because we're gonna just talk about people in general. But I just want to hear your top five for a minute. All right.
One more. I got one more. I don't even know if he's in my top five. My top five is like a stat right now. I don't know if it's J. Cole. I don't know if it's Drake. I gotta give it to Jay-Z because I've matured and I've evolved as a man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What the stuff that he raps about is relevant to me, culture, art, you know, being a family, investing. He won me over with that category. I was never a huge Jay-Z fan. I was never a huge Reasonable Doubt dude. I was never, you know what I mean? Jigga wasn't even, I wasn't. I mean, I listened to it because my homeboys loved Jigga, but I wasn't checking for Jigga. But as he got older and his music matured, he kind of won me over. And then when he won me over, I went back and listened like the 444 album, banger, classic. Blueprint, classic. And then that made me go back and appreciate his earlier bodies of work, which I got respect for. But if you a Pac fan and you a real Pac fan, you had to be a latecomer to Jay-Z. Just because if you was really a Pac fan, He had beef with Pop. He had beef with me. I'm gonna leave that there. Conversation for
I
another
mean,
day.
Song
Jay-Z
Cry,
also
that was a
changed the
man's anthem right
business
there.
behind it.
We say?
Hold on. Y'all both was talking. So hold on. What'd you say, Talisha?
Jay-Z also changed, a big impact was the business behind rap music.
100%.
He changed masters and ownership. He wasn't just talking it and starting rap battles over it. He went and bought into the business and made them men say, no, I'm on the same level as y'all. He definitely had an impact on the business side of it.
Yeah, and if you
The
got
positive and the
talk
negative.
business, you got to talk about Master P on that too.
Hey, so see, that's what I'm saying, man. Hold on. Y'all trying to jump in. I ain't got a chance to talk. But we don't talk about, hold on. That's the impact. All right. That's the impact. I agree. You know, and so when we talk about impact, I'm gonna talk about my top 5 first. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll talk about impact. My top 5 is Pop. All right. For everything Jamie said and more. My whole thing is Pop to this day. You can't. People won't gangster rap because of Pop. People wear the bandanas and stuff because of Pop. You know, his feel and his impact on our culture is uncomparable. I mean, uncomparable. I don't think nobody has brought the level of impact that Tupac has brought to our culture to this day. All right. Then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Big, you know what I'm saying? I'm really not a huge Big fan. But you know, Ready to Die was one of the best albums that I have ever heard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love so many songs on that album. And like Jamie said, you know, about Jay-Z, that's how I was with Biggie. If you wouldn't ride with Pop, I wouldn't ride with you. So I didn't even listen to your music. Like I didn't really listen to Biggie until after Pac died. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody talk about what's his name, Pimp C. How Pimp C didn't like Jay-Z because he never met Pac in his life. But he didn't like Jay-Z because Pac didn't like him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how me as a fan was as well. I wasn't really a big fan until after Pac died. But hey, Ready to Die, man, when I heard that album, man, it was amazing. All right. And then, you know, a name that y'all haven't said, I'm glad that y'all haven't said this one, which, you know, it hurts me to the core that nobody, you know, nowadays give him the credit. But man, Eminem was one of the best rappers ever. All right, the best. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I hate people try to keep him out of the conversation because he's not African American. I'm telling you, Eminem, the way his wordplay, the way he made you feel after a song, the whole nine. Eminem deserves to be on everybody's. You know, and we
I've wasted. It's nothing to the tears that I've tasted. This is what I'm facing. 3 felonies and 6 years of probation. I went to jail for this woman. I went to bat for this woman. I taken backs to people's backs, went over back before this woman. Man, I should have said, come on, man. That's my fault, Aaron. That's my fault. I was asleep at the wheel.
I mean, I thought about it, but I want to say something for y'all. I didn't want to say it all.
You know what I'm saying? And my part, when he was on that one song, man, he was like, I'm tired of not having a phone. Tired of not having a home to have one in. If I did, have one on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it was. I'm telling you that was rock bottom. I'm telling you, I mean, like Eminem really was just a lyricist, and when you talk about somebody that can take any word and really make you feel it, or take any song and make you feel it, that's who Eminem was to me. You know, and then Rail said it earlier. NWA, man, NWA. You know, I used to we talked about this during one of our shows, but when I was a kid, my brothers had to take us to our basketball games and basketball practices. And Saturday morning, we on our way to the YMCA. Shit, we got Easy E and NWA bumping all the way there.
All day.
Hey, them cassettes got worn out, you know what I'm saying? For real, because NWA was really a huge impact to hip hop. I mean, a huge impact to the culture. I mean, everybody listened to them. Everybody, I want to say Eazy-E last, but I'm going to put him on the honorable mentions. But Rail talks about LL, so I'm going to take LL, and LL's still up there for me. But somebody who impacted me, in hip hop and in rap, man, T.I. You know what I'm saying? T.I., 2003, it was, it was crazy because, T.I. came out, and my brother hit me, you know what I'm saying? Jamie hit me. He was like, man, I was just about to go to Iraq. And he was like, bro, you got to listen to this dude named T.I. You know what I'm saying? So I downloaded I'm Serious, And then I think What's Called just came out. Trap music just came out, you know, and then I'm like, man, this dude is so dumb. I mean, I still ain't forgave myself. Like that song, I play that song like on repeat in my car, you know, and so like it's like Jarrell talked about Heavy D. Man, I don't think T.I. gets the credit that he deserves as being the lyricist that he was. You know what I'm saying? As he got older, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, I'm not going to use the word he fell off. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. You know, T.I. did more in business. He did some other things. But when you go from 2003 to 2000, I'm gonna even say 12, man, T.I. And even first
2015.
Yeah,
He must have done a whole CD.
okay, so go to
He's back.
2015. Like I'm trying to tell you, man, T.I. murdered tracks. Like y'all need to go back and listen to them tracks. You know what I'm saying? What's my song? I'm like, my song is him and Manny Fresh. And I'm the greatest. Like to me, you want to talk about a song where you just bragging and you really, you know what I'm saying, I'm the greatest. Hey, go listen to that. You know what I'm saying?
Where a sign in the streets, blowing on the best pine you can find in the street.
Hey,
hey,
I'm telling you, man.
But I love that track.
T.I. had a hell of an impact into our culture and into the impact of hip hop. So those were my 5 that, you know what I'm saying, that really had the highest impact to me in hip hop from a rap standpoint. I'm gonna say from a rap standpoint, you know, and then now let's go into R&B if y'all don't mind. And then we'll talk about
Tip must have found an old CD or slipped into his bag because his last album,
man,
Tip is back, bro.
Man,
He's back like he left something.
He's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it was like you felt like the album when I was saying what's happening, I see you again. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just take you back to that. What it is, bro. What it do, man? Like, hey, I'm telling you, man, like Tip is back. So I appreciate you bringing that up, man. So we're gonna get back to honorable mentions on all of them because what I want you to put in your back of your mind. All right, we're about to go to R&B now. But I want you to
hold on 1 second before we do that. It's a young cat out there that's killing the game. And when I say he is a lyricist, this dude, his play on words is phenomenal. From Mississippi, Akeem Ali.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like, hold on. Can we hold on? So stop. No. We want to give Akeem Ali his own segment. All right, we want to talk about him by himself. You're jumping ahead. No, because Akeem Ali, ladies and gentlemen, Maddie just brought this up because I'm telling you, from a lyricist standpoint, you need to grab this young man's CD. I mean, Akeem Ali is one of the best lyricists.
Lyricist, hands down.
And I'm talking about feel good music, hard music, and it's really, you know what I'm saying, he don't really do the gangster. You know, it is just real good music. And I'm talking about this young man is a benefit to the culture, a benefit to rap itself. And I'm telling you, you would do yourself a benefit of going by his album.
He is a benefit to the English language. I mean, he put words together so well. And you be like, man, how did he even think of that? And he can do it right off the dome. I mean, his articulation, his thought process, the way he put those words together and his play on words is phenomenal.
He's got a strong command of the English language, and he bends it to his rule. And he's got this kind of 70s like player vibe that he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of smooth. Like I think I put y'all on him too. Like man, I've been stuck on Akeem Ali. It was the what was it, Jason? I sent you. It was the DC
85 South show.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I don't want to derail the show. My bad. Akeem Ali, we checking for you, bro. Tap in. We'd love to have you on the cast.
Yeah. We'd love to have you on the show, man. I'm no, for real. We are huge Akeem Ali fans. Y'all, I mean, he's been out for a couple of years. People just not hip to him yet. And I'm telling you, you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't go listen to this man's album. I'm telling you. I mean, in the song Adjectives, where, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh my goodness, just clever.
The confidence for me, the ambiance for me, the nerve I have to walk around here looking like a compliment. I'm like, you too.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just saying, I thought it was just me. I thought it was.
Yeah, my,
Real
Okay.
arrogant. Real
what do you
arrogant.
say? In my face, I would say, I can get jobs with that. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Said, "Ooh, I'm sexy." I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Jesus, what do you say? Ooh, I'm sexy.
He
Jesus.
said, "Ooh, I'm sexy." Jesus, I'm vibrant. He said, "I'm a cross between I'm a cross
I'm a
between
hybrid.
I'm a hybrid." We'll get to his lyrics and breaking it down another day, man. But his wordplay is insane.
Insane.
Y'all gotta go see this dude or listen to this dude. His name is Akeem Ali. We'll make sure that our producer put it in below. All right. Hey, so with that being said, now let's jump to R&B. All right. So top 5 R&B. Hold on. In the background, though, I want you to be thinking about your Mount Rushmore. All right. And that's all genres. All right. So not a genre rap, not a genre R&B, not a genre, and a Mount Rushmore of all of it. All right. I want that playing in your background. All right. 'Cause that's what I really care about. Yes, sir.
Go first.
Okay. Go ahead.
I want all the smoke, and I want all the smoke because I'm a grown man, and I can separate the man from the monster, and I can separate somebody's genius from somebody's heinous acts. So if you got a problem with it, it's your problem to deal with, not mine.
All right. Know where you start.
Robert
Music ain't
Sylvester
getting no
Know where
Kelly.
you going.
Music
Robert
ain't doing nothing.
Sylvester Kelly. Hands
Hey,
down. And yes, I still listen to him. Yes, I did. And you can socialize this on Facebook, and I'm not going to apologize, and I'm not taking it down. Yes, I listen to R. Kelly. Nobody's touching R. Kelly in the category. Now I will tell you some people I got coming up next that are like my big brothers. You know what I'm saying? They working their way to be in that category. They probably the best of their genre, the king of R&B of like their generation. Nobody's touching Robert Sylvester Kelly. I do not care, and I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. I
Nobody.
said
Hey,
it, I meant it, and I stand
if
by it.
you think there's somebody above
The
R.
smoke
Kelly,
behind that
I
one.
want to hear it. We want to hear it in the comments. We want to hear, hey, blast it out wherever. If you think somebody is better than Robert Kelly, we want to know about it. Because I'm telling you now, hands down, I wholeheartedly agree with you, bro. Hey, R. Kelly is the man of R&B, hands down.
And if you do want to talk about it, call him because I ain't got time for it. It ain't even worth. It ain't even worth the discussion.
Yeah.
It ain't
The
worth
smoke
discussion to
is
me.
coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Next, I gotta go to. I call him my big brother because every album he put out, man, it was almost like a biography of my life. You know what I'm saying? What I was living at the time, man. I'm talking about Usher. Like, dude, listen, 8701, fire, and it came out August 7th of 2001. I was going through it, and the album was like an exact. I don't know. It was a biography in written form, man, of the life that I was going through. And then his next album, damn, I'm tripping. What was the album, man?
Confessions.
Confessions. Oh my God. Banger. You just
just
let that
you
ride.
just put that album on and this
You
hit.
just let it ride and you do not touch it. You don't touch it.
Right.
You just let it ride all the way through.
Beginning
So
to
that's
end.
that's big bro
That,
right
that
there.
album
And
right there is one of the greatest of all times.
he's probably the king of R&B of his generation, in my opinion. Then I gotta go with man Jodeci. Listen, I grew up with a lot of older brothers. I mean, I think y'all know 2 of them. But like I used to listen to this music all night, man. I gotta be real, man, fellas. If you don't know, R&B is full of so much game, and they trying to put you on, man, and it's free. Well, $12.99, depending on if it's an LP or EP, but neither here nor there. But I got so much game from Jodeci, and sometimes, man, I would be on the phone and I couldn't say it the way I want to say it, and I would just I'll put the phone up to the radio and let Jodeci do all my talking for me, and I would reap all the benefits. Jodeci, I owe y'all something, man. When I see y'all, I got you. Please give me your cash app if y'all watching. Jodeci, hands down, probably the best, one of the best. I'm not gonna disrespect New Edition because they coming too. New Edition. Listen, I think Jodeci and New Edition are probably like they just separated by generations, man. I think that was you could either call Jodeci the New Edition of their time or New Edition the Jodeci of their time. Classic, and they even went on to create different groups within New Edition that all went on to sell. BBD, Ralph Tresvant, Johnny Gill,
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown. Yeah, you can't forget Bobby Brown. So
King of the
classic.
stage right there. King of the stage.
But since you left off with who?
Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah, Bobby Brown. Classic, man. I'm talking about the Mount Rushmore of R being here. And since we talking about the Browns, Chris, I'm coming. I'm coming to the concert, man. First and foremost, I'll be there August the 11th. First and foremost, but man, Chris honestly was too young for me when he first came out. Somehow, man, I don't know if the switch hit, but his music, man, just classics, bangers after banger, and dude just couldn't miss. It was like LeBron in Game 6. Dude he's been on fire. That to me is my Mount Rushmore of R&B. R. Kelly, Usher, Jodeci, New Edition, Chris Brown. And I'll wait down, but well, I'm gonna just mention Jagged Edge, man. I listen to a lot of Jagged Edge, but we'll get there later.
My Rushmore only had 4 though, but you know what I'm saying, you're 5. But Jagged Edge, I'm telling you, people, hey, if y'all don't know Jagged Edge, you're not familiar with Jagged Edge,
Boy,
you gotta get the Jagged. You gotta go get the first album. Go get all the albums, but go get the first one. I gotta be the one you love, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be the one you touch, man. I'm telling you, hey, Jagged Edge was it, man. I'm talking about '98. That's probably all I listened to. You know what I'm saying? Was Jagged Edge. You know, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Cool Rail, where you at?
I got so many. I'm sorry. One thing about this.
We're gonna talk about the rest. Just give me 5.
Well, I gotta get it out. You know, it's just been spewing. I've been waiting on this all day, so it's been spewing. So of course, one of my favorite groups of all time. Anybody who knows me knows that if one of them was ever sick, and they know it too, they could call me. They already have my sizes, so they will already have my suit tailored, and I know every move. I know every word. I remember Boy from the 5 Heartbeats. He said, I know his lines. They know they can call me. If any of them get sick, if Ricky gets sick, Bobby gets sick, Johnny, or Ralph, they know they can just call me and I'm there. I already know all the moves. And they already know my sizes, so all I gotta do is get there. So that is New Edition, ladies and gentlemen. If you never heard of this group, it's a group called New Edition. And they did a biopic on BET back in 2016. It was a 5-part series. And it showed you how these young men came from basically rags to riches, to rags to riches, back to rags to riches again. And it showed you the tenacity. It showed you the talent. They actually was like brothers. They would break up, kick each other, kick one of them out the group. All he did was become one of the #1 R&B top sellers in the world after he got kicked out the New Edition group. And then what did New Edition do? They bring one of the baddest crooners that they could ever find in Johnny Gill and add him to the mix. And New Edition came out in 1983, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? Their tour is still sold out this year. Them brothers are still putting in work. Now, can't nobody talk bad about New Edition. They're my boys right there. Right. But I'm going to tell you a group, I'm going to even go back further. A group that inspired them, the Temptations. You had David Ruffin, Eddie Kane. When I tell you the Temptations, if y'all might have seen a movie called Temptations, and they had songs like "Treat 'Em Like a Lady." They had
that name,
My Girl.
They had My Girl. They had I Wish It Would Rain. I mean, Temptations. My father used to play that, and I tell you what, I would listen to that music, and it would touch my soul, and it would put me into my masculinity as well as my sensitivity, all in one song. You know what I'm saying? So it taught me how to be able to talk to the young ladies. And then when New Edition came, they taught me even more. And I'm gonna throw another group out there for y'all. And this group had me mature fast because what they were putting down, I had to pick up and learn it quickly so I can articulate it to the young ladies.
This one I know.
Whether that be verbal or whether that be physical. And that was Ready for the World. No. You know what I'm saying? No. I'll tell you what, it's getting late. Why are you still here, girl? Have you made up your mind?
Yeah.
I ain't ready for that. Yeah, y'all not ready. Put the kids to bed before you put that song on it. And then, so that was Ready for the World. Then you got another older group out there that I'm going way back on that a lot of y'all probably don't know about either. And that's the SOS Band.
Oh, Charlie Wilson.
Tell me if you still care about me.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, SOS Band. If you tell me if you still care, I don't care about, just be good to me. I mean,
be good
SOS Band is just too. So I mean, I can go on and on. Then you also got Marvin Gaye out there. sexual healing. You got Sam Cooke, Change Is Gonna Come. You got Gerald Levert. You got Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Rail.
You got the Gap Band with Charlie Wilson. I mean, outstanding. You got man, the time has come for us to stop messing around. My Heart. I mean, the list goes on and on. And then you got Freddie Jackson out there. You know what I'm saying? You Are My Lady. Rock With Me Tonight. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about the R&B genre, you are talking to this man here. I am him. You hear me? When it comes to R&B. So that's my niche right there.
Yeah,
I can go bars, I can go guy, I can just keep going.
Hold on, Rail. We're gonna talk about Tim. Hold on, man. You jumping ahead, baby. Jumping ahead. Calm down.
That is the CEO and president of Bubble Bath Music.
Man,
Whole catalog.
I didn't have to rethink my top 5 13 times. He just kept naming them.
Right, LLC. We're gonna go ahead. Hey, so Talisha, you go ahead, because now I see everybody ready to get into everything. So you go, and I'm gonna be quick so we can go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay, so Rail named a bunch of my throwbacks, but let me add on to that and take y'all back again. Don't forget about the great Stevie Wonder. He started all of that.
Amen.
Don't forget about the Miss Whitney Houston, her hitting them notes before there was a Mariah Carey.
Yes.
And don't forget about Mr. Prince with his 2-foot tall high heel wearing. He set it off and he gave step-by-step instructions.
Yes,
and
he
then
did.
We got Mr. Michael Jackson, the great of all times. And he did a lot of pop, but a lot of R&B when he got that good and grown. And then he started doing his, current day political stuff. All of that was very life-changing coming from Michael, a Black man they're going to listen to when he starts talking about the state of the world. And then, of course, we have, the queen, Beyonce. Let's not forget her.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey, do it. Hey, that 5 was dope. That 5 was dope. Hey, for real.
Okay.
Hey, so that we can just jump right on into everything, since Rail want to go. So I'm gonna make mine very, very quick. Because y'all done said all of mine. So R. Kelly is one. I'm telling you, I don't think there is another artist out there that is more that is better than R. Kelly. More creative, more R. Kelly will set the tone for anything, whether it's dancing, whether it's love making, whether it's baby making, whether it's the word you want to use with the F. You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly will set the mood for everything. All right. So he's my number one. My number 2 is Usher. I believe that Usher is the Prince of R&B. You know what I'm saying? I mean that, R. Kelly is the king of R&B. Usher is the Prince of R&B to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a good fight between him and Chris Brown, but in my era, I'm a big Usher fan. So Usher is my number 2. My number 3 actually is Ready for the World. When those him, I'm so deep inside of you, girl. And then the song that everybody, what's the song that everybody
never really mattered too much to me.
That you was just too damn old for me. See.
All that really mattered was you were my girlfriend.
But I was on the part before that when it's like, your friends are, I think I'm too young for you. Friend, too young for you, but I can do what
guys their age can do.
Yes, audition for Could Have Been Records. So.
I was gonna say, this is feeling like a little family group. We got the Jack the right.
Hey, we're gonna do it. I told you I was the Kane and Dave Ruffin. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? hey, so hold on, that's 3. And then both of y'all talked about it. New Edition, man. Hey, New Edition shaped the culture back in the day. I mean, New Edition was everybody doing the little dances and the whole 9 while singing. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't love her. I try to tell myself, but you can see.
Yes.
Oh, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Had everybody doing the steps and everything, man.
I paid good money to see them this year.
I did. I did too. Yes, indeed.
Then I'll round it out by somebody that was part of New Edition, man, Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? He might not be the king of R&B or the prince of R&B, but he is the area manager or the distribution manager or something.
Bad boy R&B in our day.
Director of R&B. Bobby Brown.
That was funny.
Bobby Brown was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be cruel. You know what I'm saying? Every little step I take, the truth about her Ronnie. She's the sweetest little girl. Like we in 5th, 6th grade, like singing this song, like we know what he's talking about. And it's just like it was crazy, man. Like Bobby Brown really knew how to do the crowd. He really knew how to write the song or sing the song so that everybody's a part of it. Like he was my 5th, you know, when we talk about top R&B, Bobby Brown, you know, finished that title out, you know. And so mine, R. Kelly, Usher, Ready for the World, New Edition, and Bobby Brown. All right. So now that we've given our top 5s of both of them, now we can go into the groups of which, you know, I'm gonna call them honorable mention, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I'm gonna let one of y'all start because I don't want Jarrell to start because Jarrell will continue to go for hours on this. I'm telling you that now. He is. I thought I was Mr. R&B. He is Mr. R&B. You know what I'm saying? But when you go from R&B to rap, let's talk about the honorable mentions, and then we'll do the Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying towards the end. But from a honorable mention, man, people don't talk about High Five. You know what I'm saying anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She's playing hard to get. Or, you know what I'm saying, the kissing game, or High Five at all the songs, you know, especially, you know what I'm saying, the Right House, we listen to High Five like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's playing hard to get. Like we had the moves, we had everything because High Five, it was a huge impact for us, you know what I'm saying, in the right household. And I'm gonna even say one more, and then I'll pass it over because I got a long list, so you know what I'm saying. We'll just keep it going. But man, do y'all remember Brownstone?
Mm-hmm.
Man, hey, Brownstone and JJ Fad. Y'all remember both groups back in the day? You know what I'm saying? Brownstone to me, you know what I'm saying? Like they had the song that Tory Lanez had actually did the remix or the remake. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying Brownstone was a group that actually, for a while, I would say for several albums, you know what I'm saying, kept it going on, you know, back in the day. And now I got a whole list, but I'm gonna pass it over. You know what I'm saying? I'll pass over to Jamie real quick for a couple. And then, you know, if you don't have it, I'm coming right back, Talisha.
I got it. I'm trying to actually, if y'all think Jarrell is probably Mr. R&B, I would probably say I'm second in line, and I'm gonna hit it, man. I'm talking way back. I'm gonna hit y'all with some solo acts that had amazing careers and good music, man. Avant, y'all be sleeping on Avant, sleeping on him, man. So many bangers.
Favorite artists. Avant's one of my favorite artists. You know, Separated is one of my favorite songs in 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
4 minutes is one of my favorites as well. And of course, the ones he got with Keke Wyatt.
Yeah, they made a powerful duo. Keke Wyatt wasn't mentioned. I think she's probably got the greatest voice next to Whitney out of all of them. But anyway, Joe, y'all sleeping on Joe. He put out some quality music, man, and even infused it with a little bit of hip hop with the collab with Mystical. Donnell Jones, man, I still listen to so much Donnell Jones right now. There's so much game.
Said I won't be coming home. I'd rather be alone. She doesn't fully understand me. And I'd rather leave than the cheat. Come on.
It's married women watch. I'm not trying to ruin no homes. But Donnell Jones, man, bangers on his album. H-Town. Rockin' Knockin' the Boots, man. I'm talking about, I listened to that song long enough until I learned exactly what it meant. I couldn't find me some boots to go knock.
H-Town was it, man.
Man, what? They had emotion, thin line between love and hate, all of the above. Next was in the peak of my prime. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with that next. Too close, Jason. Just give me a verse.
Man, I'm getting too close. I get so excited.
There you go. There you go. That's all they needed was a little taste. We're gonna give them the whole menu. Silk. Man, a meeting in my bedroom. What? Oh my gosh. What was there's so much that comes to mind. I'm gonna try to be quick. Man, Genuine. Maxwell, Fortunate. Remember back when you had a
Yeah.
beeper in your voicemail, you was able to put a little bit of music on there.
Yes.
Oh, man,
Your little recording.
yeah, man, I used to go crazy, putting little R&B collabs on there. I'm gonna bring you to present day. Bryson Tiller, man, y'all sleeping on Bryson. Sleeping on Bryson. He's got an amazing.
Hold on, so as we bringing them out though, hey, Bryson Tiller was it, but man, go back to the 90s, man. Brian McKnight, man. You know what I'm saying? One,
Yeah.
I can dream
Brian
come
McKnight.
true. I mean, like Brian McKnight was that silky voice. You know what I'm saying? That I love. And the only thing is y'all can't forget, and nobody said this in the R&B realm, but can't believe it. But Boys the Men. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Boys the Men beginning, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was the first album, the second album, third. I mean, literally every album they had, to me, you know what I'm saying, was transformative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, especially that first one, man. You got Ooh Ah, you know what I'm saying? The love I have run next to me is here and always will be. I'm talking about like, man, hey, hold on, what was the other song, man? I can't
Yeah, you
Make
missed
you want to sing it, didn't you? Make you want to
It
sing
did,
it.
it did.
Go back
I got
further.
down
Hit
with
up DeBarge. Whether any of the brothers was solo.
The Barges.
DeBarge, Love Me in a Special Way is a banger to this day.
Yeah. And
Love
his
Me in a
brother
Special
Bobby,
Way, Tamio, her version of it was dope.
and his brother Bobby was in Switch. I call your name, girl. Man, that was Switch off the chain.
Hey, Jarrell, why you fell off, Jamie brought your man up, and that's why I was like, hey, I'm glad Jarrell went over, because he was going to go ahead and sing that one. He brought up Joe.
It's amazing how you knock me off my
Hey,
feet.
Jarrell sings this at any cruise, any vacation we on, he going up there singing this.
In Vogue from back in the day, it should be on the honorable mention.
In Vogue?
In Vogue.
Hey, hold on. What about SWV? SWV
Yes.
ought to be on
We
the
were hard. What? Who was it? Was it
Erica
True?
Badu, Don't Leave Her Out.
I know you can't leave. Hey, you can't leave out. You can't leave out True either. True.
Who?
True.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
How can I leave True out?
Truth used to be that group, man. You know what I'm saying?
Who was it? The song Slowly. I'll give it to you, darling. Mhm.
That's our intro. I've been thinking about you. The last time.
Forcing D's Tender Love from back in the day.
That's why I got Forcing D's down.
Uh-huh.
I want to do with you.
And the last
The
time
night won't be the same.
Wait, did any of us name Luther Vandross on here though?
Nah, I don't think anybody did.
Slowly,
Luther.
I'll give it to you, darling.
Hey, but hold on.
If you promise me, now let me quit.
You hear that? Jaleisha, they continue on intro.
Yeah, that right there, come inside. That's my stuff.
Hold on, Real. Girl, I know it's been hard since he went away and left you so sad. You cry
Yeah.
your tears, erase all your doubts. I mean, my thing is people don't understand Ralph Tresvant was a good singer. I mean, when I say solo artist, Ralph Tresvant was a good solo artist back in the day.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to get to the next genre, man. This is gonna be a 2-hour show, bro. We got to hit Neo Soul.
All right, so hold on. Before we get Neo Soul, honorable mentions in rap. Hold on, man. Hey, Eazy-E, we didn't talk about full Eazy-E, but Eazy-E created our whole culture to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you talk about Easy Does It. I mean, that whole album was just like one of the best albums in here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of the best albums in here.
Moving down my street in my 6'4". Shocking. Block. To the park to hit some hoops. Knuckleheads out there, coach, shooting some hoops. That's my.
Hey, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Eazy-E really, I mean, he set the tone for it all. And then the man behind NWA and Eazy-E, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like Ice Cube was one that, from a standpoint of, you talk about impact to hip hop. Like, man, hey, you don't have NWA without Ice Cube. You don't have Eazy-E without Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Ice Cube was a big one. Snoop Dogg. I mean, when you talk about rap and people that changed hip hop, I mean, like when Snoop Dogg came out, you know, Dre's Chronic came out, people took rap to Snoop took rap to a whole new different level. And then he actually even made it more mainstream than it was. You know what I'm saying? Because you had a lot of Caucasians and everybody else buying Snoop Dogg. I mean, he made rap more mainstream than anything.
And you got another group out there you can't forget is Rum DMC.
Exactly.
They did a song with Aerosmith,
Yep.
and that brung hard rock as well as rap together. But man, Peter picked peppers and One Rock Rhymes. Humpty Dumpty fell down. That's just how man.
Come on.
My Adidas. I mean,
hey, oh man, hey, you know what I'm saying? And then I think Talisha said it earlier, but Lil Wayne, we talk about people that was a huge impact to rap.
Mine now.
Lil Wayne was hey, this is all of it. Hey, you ain't gotta wait for me. Jump on in. You know what I'm saying?
The Carter 4 was such a banger and a classic, and he would actually he did a song on an obscure beat, R&B beat with some heavy instrumentation from the piano with John Legend. When you think about it, you like, that don't even mix. That's like mixing peanut butter and syrup. But when you play it, man, it's one of the most classic hip hop and R&B collabs and Lil Wayne wordplay. And the crazy part is, man, he don't even be writing his rhymes. I've heard somebody, he did like a 80 something bars straight forward, and it was just punchline to punchline to punchline. And somebody was playing it for him, and he was like, "Oh, that's dope." He was like, "Man, who was that?" It was like, "That's you." He's like, "That was me." You need to stay off that lean, Lil Wayne. Cause he be walking around looking like Animal off the Muppet Babies, but his verses, the verses be off the chain. The one y'all sleeping on, man, is Drake, man. Listen, I don't care what y'all say. I could care less about the Kendrick beef. To me, that was all clout and competitiveness, whatever. When he told you he got more snaps than the Beatles, he really do. And this last album, man, he put out 3 albums. I listened to Ice, man. He named it after me, so I had no choice but to tune in. This dude wordplay is his pen is crazy. What did he say, Jason? He said I got all these hits on my head. See the swollen knuckles, but it's working out for me. 40 said, "Well, show your muscles," or something. I was like, this dude pen is crazy. That's gonna sink in a minute when y'all listen. But
no, it's hard. I'm a big Drake fan. But hold on. Don't forget DMX. All right.
Man,
for sure.
The dog.
He actually needs to go back and add him to the top 5. That's a travesty. That was an injustice. He needs to be in the top 5.
When you listen to, I mean, the bro, he dropped 2 #1 albums in the same year. In the same year, both went #1. You know what I'm saying? 98.
Like Mace to find my way.
Yeah.
I know that happy days are not far away. But I feel you, but y'all also slipping on Twister, man. Twister made a whole lane for himself for Midwest Chicago speed style rap.
That's my guy.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Another Bobby Bro.
What's the group?
Bobby spit more game than a mouth full of poker chips. You get the ladies with the open lips and the provoking hips. I can't even rap that fast, but man, I mean,
what's the group? Is it Pope Pimp?
Pope Pimp.
Yeah,
you want to ride?
Up in the sea,
that's do or die.
Do or
do
die.
You wanna ride?
Yeah.
Did y'all mention
hold on.
Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Oh, wow. Yes. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yeah. Hey, my thing is when Bone came out, they changed the game. Think about that. When Bone came out, what's the song? Gotta make that money, man. And then first of the month, both of them songs when they came out, man, they changed
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Everything, you know. But hold on. What Juvenile, man? 98. Juvenile changed 98.
Juvenile right now, though.
I mean, like Juvenile right now.
Juvenile right now.
In Atlanta, and they like, man, you gotta hit this Juvenile. And like
that thing up.
That 400 Degrees album.
Phenomenon right there, boy.
Cash Money was taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
Hey, when you put on Back That Thing Up, it's like a trance to girls like Baby Shark is to the kids. And, you know, when they put that song on, them girls cannot stop but to back that thing up. Yes.
Look, I bought a very expensive ticket to their concert in Indiana for September. We already have our floor seats.
Okay.
We gonna be at that battle, that versus battle, the actual concert. Oh, we front and center.
You're gonna be bagging it up.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna be nobody's mama. I ain't nobody's fine ass granny that night either. No, ma'am. I'm going by a nickname that day. Don't nobody know me.
And hold on, we got 1 minute left on this topic, but Jadakiss.
Ooh.
Like Jadakiss.
Bars.
I mean, like
slept on.
Somebody that really helped shape hip hop. And I'm gonna say somebody, I would take it even further back, somebody that truly helped shape hip hop and rap. Take it back to Scarface, man. You know what I'm saying? Scarface, like he redid it, especially with the group Ghetto Boys as well, and his own solo stuff. I mean, Scarface really helped shape hip hop and shape what rap was and was today. You know
did we call out Snowman? Jeezy?
Nah, we ain't said Jeezy.
Oh, come on now. What are we doing? Come on. What are we doing? Come on.
I feel like this list is just endless. We could literally spend 5 whole episodes
hold on.
talking about this.
Again, because you can say the Hot Boys, you know what I'm saying? Bring up the Hot Boys just as an album themselves. And then, man, somebody that my brother Jeffrey put me on back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? It was gangster. But it was a group called the Dayton Boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were hard as I don't know what. All right, they was out of Dayton, Ohio, and like, man, tremendous. All right, so if you sleeping on them, go download their album on Spotify. I'm telling you, Dayton Boys, they were hard as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying?
Did we mention
before you close it out?
Millie Manilli? Did we forget them? We didn't mention him.
Come on, something like that. Before you close it out. Since you brought up Jeff, man, if y'all, probably one of the hardest rapper that was on No Limit, man, was Mac, Shell Shock.
Hey, say it again. I don't want to put y'all on Mac, man. Like Mac, Shell Shock,
you put me on.
and then the second album,
World War. Favorite album, Shell Shock.
World War III. I'm talking about, man. I'm telling you, Mac was, to me, he was one of the best rappers on No Limit. You know what I'm saying? Mystical kind of stole the spotlight, but you know what I'm saying? We hadn't talked about him, but Mystical kind of stole the spotlight, but Mac, to me, was one of the best rappers on No Limit. You know what I'm saying?
We balling MJG, bro. We tripping.
I know, man. How we missed that?
Yeah, we tripping, bro.
Hey, and the thing about it is, y'all jump in the comments. Whoever we missed, man, please jump in the comments. Tell us.
We're gonna forget your boy, Killer Mike.
Hey, but hold on.
Oh my goodness, Killer Mike, his vocabulary is vast too, and his flow is just lovely.
Before we move on, I said this to my lady the other day. Hey, do y'all remember? Like, excuse me, I'm going back to R&B for a second. But Jamie might not remember, but Talisha and Jarrell, man, y'all gotta remember. To me, like, these cats don't get no pub today. Nobody talks about them, but y'all remember the boys? You know what I'm saying?
I remember them.
Happy, Down My Heart, you know that. Nobody talks about them anymore. Like,
I'm so offended.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why would I remember the boys?
But I'm just like, nobody ever talks about them ever. Like, I haven't even seen
you got ABC out there too.
Yeah, ABC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't.
Aisha, you were the best that I ever had. Hey, I love that song, man. That's to this day.
So before we move on, man, I just want to say two people, man, or three people. Hey, if you listen to rap, hey, there's one person, man. Hey, I'm from Anderson, Indiana, and there's a guy named Illy Octane. All right, Illy Octane. Hey, I'm telling you, download his stuff. He will not disappoint. All right, Illy Octane. He's from Anderson, Indiana. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I give him his government name, Tyron Hayes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to tell you, Illy Octane, ILLY Octane. I'm telling you, you will never go wrong with any of his music. If you love rap, I'm telling you, you'll love him. There's another guy. There's a guy named by the name of Millies. You know what I'm saying? He's a Caucasian. MILLYZ. Millies. Check him out. All right. And then from R&B standpoint, his name is Elmien. ELMIENE. All right. check his album out, R&B. All right. He got a song, man, that I just what do you say? I spent the night of my lights on. How stupid. Man, I'm talking about, man, that song is just, anyway, check out him for an up-and-coming artist that, if you're looking for new music,
let me
take those 3 out.
While I'm thinking about it, since you mentioned an Anderson artist, I would be remiss if I didn't mention one. I don't know his stage name, but I know he had hell of a flow, and that's Courtney Fletcher.
Yeah.
Courtney Fletcher can flow, and he is from Anderson, Indiana as well. And I don't know what his stage name, what he call himself, but I do know he got some great articulation. He has a great flow, and he has some nice beats with his music. But you got Courtney Fletcher and Anderson.
Somebody from the A, man, send this to him and have
He
him
goes by Black Caesar.
Black Caesar. Yep.
That's it. That's right. Black Caesar. That's it. That's my guy. That's my guy. He can flow. He download his stuff too. Yeah, you got Black Caesar. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, and then one hold on. Anybody, Jamie, Talisha, y'all got anybody else you want to shout out before we move on to the next topic?
I don't even want to keep it going because I feel like we could do this for hours though.
That's why I said, yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut it off. Jamie didn't want to do the neo soul, so we got to say that for another day. We got to say that.
I'm cool with that. That's cool. That's cool.
But one group that we didn't put out, what I'm saying, I kind of want to throw on the table just because I kind of really like their music, and then the lead singer, had his own little solo career. But Pretty Ricky was actually back in the day a pretty nice little group that had 2 good albums that you could put in your car, put in your at the crib, and just play it. All right, there was nothing terrible on their album. So that was another group that I actually wanted to throw out there. And as we talking about it all. Before we move on, I said I want your Mount Rushmore. So before we pivot and move to the last topic, and we gotta do the last topic shortly, y'all, because we've been on for about 45 now. You know what I'm saying? So your Mount Rushmore. All right, any genre. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say mine real quick. All right, my Mount Rushmore, and all the dramas. All the genres are pop, R. Kelly, Beyonce, and I'm gonna go with Eminem. That's my 4th on Mount Rushmore. But I could interchange that with New Edition. All right, you know what I'm saying? You have a group picture up there on the mountain. All right, but I could interchange that as my 4th, person on Mount Rushmore with New Edition. But I'm pop, R. Kelly, Beyonce, because she's the queen of R&B. I don't think nobody touches her. You can go back old school, you can go back new school. I still feel Beyonce is the queen. And I'm saying, I'll take all the smoke for that one. You know what I'm saying? If anybody got on that, I'll take all the smoke. Beyonce is the queen. You know what I'm saying? So and then like I said, my 4th is M or New Edition. All right. So cool. Where I'm gonna pass over to you, and then we do Talisha, and then we do Jamie. Your Mount Rushmore.
Of course. On Mount Rushmore, of course, you got New Edition, of course. You got Michael Jackson. You got R. Kelly.
Got one more.
You got how many we doing? 4?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore is only 4.
Okay, so what I say, New Edition, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and I would say Chris Brown.
Wow. Okay. Talisha?
I would have to say Pac, Prince, Michael Jackson, Erykah Badu, and Lauryn Hill.
So Lauryn Hill is your honorable mention. Okay.
Oh, did I mention somebody from rap?
You talked about her earlier.
I didn't even mention nobody from rap. Oh, well, Pac is my top rap person.
Got you. Okay. Ice Cold.
This is an impossible thing to do. I don't even as much music as I listen to, man. This is tough. Pop, R. Kelly. That's all I can give you, fam. That's all I can give you. It's too many close ties and battles that I can't name. Let me think.
I feel that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he said Pac, R. Kelly, Jarrell, and who else he said?
Hey. two people that we didn't bring up, and it was like, hey, so
Cole.
you out there. So who didn't we bring up? Who was on your Mount Rushmore? Who do you think is the top 5 R&B, top rap? You know, and who's on your Mount Rushmore? Let us know. Who's your honorable mention? All right. There's two groups there's two people that I didn't bring up earlier, and I want to make sure that I at least brought them up. Hey, Total was one of my favorite girl groups back in the day. All right, so you know what I'm saying, Kissing You, blah blah blah. I love Toto, and then a guy that to me I just don't feel like gets any credit. You know what I'm saying, for the 2 albums. I mean, it's only 2 albums, but still, feel on he got the credit from a music standpoint was Carl Thomas. Carl Thomas actually had some really good albums, and you know what I'm saying, if you play his stuff, that first album you can actually play from start to finish. You know what I'm saying, and everybody
cut.
Yeah, he has some cuts, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just I feel like those are 2 people that we left off the list, and I wanted to make sure they got on there. And then I don't remember us talking about, when we talked about groups, I don't remember us talking about TLC. So I wanted to make sure we talked about TLC, you know, because I feel like they had a huge impact on hip hop, you know. And then I ended up saying Force MDs later, but we truly didn't give Guy their
I did that earlier. I did earlier. Yeah.
My bad, Dan. And then lastly, you know, Salt and Pepper. I got to talk about Salt and Pepper because, you know what I'm saying, you talk about girl groups or girl rappers, female rappers. You know, Salt and Pepper was one of the beginning and some of the best. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Push It and, you know what I'm saying, what's that? I Got a Man or whatever that is. I mean, I'm saying, I'm telling you, Salt and Pepper was one of the best. All right, and then lastly, you know, I don't really talk about this group because, you know, they were at odds with Pac, but once Pac died, I got to listen to them a lot. And Mobb Deep, the infamous Mobb Deep album is one of the best albums out there. If you haven't listened to the infamous Mobb Deep album, you need to listen to it. All right. All right, and so if we miss someone, if we miss the group, if we miss the rapper, if we miss the singer, man, put it in the comments, man. Hey, reflect us. Believe me, we will be doing this in a couple months again. You know, and I'll make sure that we start with soul, neo soul from Ice Cold. All right.
When you think of Neil, you think of Jill Scott. I mean, you think of just the list goes on and on and on. So there's so many great singers out there, but I'll be remiss if we didn't mention Jill Scott from Philly. Come on now, Jill Scott. She is a legend. She's legendary, and I definitely pay homage to her as well. As then you have. When you talk about groups out there, you got the Jackson 5. You know, they were, you know, legendary. They paved the way for a lot of groups to come their way. Then you got the OJs. You're my darling, darling baby.
You know what I'm
saying? Darling, and then Family Reunion. Family Reunion. I mean, OJ, and For the Love of Money.
Roger from back in the day.
Yeah. With that being said, man, you know, I'm gonna run over to talk about, you know, some reflections of where we were at, and then, you know, I'm gonna pass it over to you guys before I get the bright corner. You know, today was to me, man, and just like a really nostalgic, you know, moment where we have to go back in time and listen to or talk about, you know, some different music and how it made us feel. You know, we talked about you know, a Maya Angelou quote that said people will never know what you said to them, but they always will remember how you made them feel. And I think we will always remember how music made us feel. You know, there's something different about old school music. You know, it wasn't just something that you listened to. It wasn't just something that you felt. You know, every song told a story. It made you laugh, it made you cry, it made you fall in love, heal from a heartbreak, hell, celebrate life, or slow down long enough to appreciate the moment. But before the playlists and the algorithms, you know, music was just an experience. And that's what I loved about it. You waited to hear your favorite song on the radio. I mean, y'all remember we used to record those songs and try to hit pause before the DJ came on. You know what I'm saying? We recorded mixtapes for people that we cared about, and every lyric became a part of the soundtrack of our life. You know, old school music also had a way of bringing people together. You know, Jarrell talked about it a couple weeks ago about the song "Summertime" with Will Smith. You know, Fresh Prince at that time. that song, it just did something. It made you feel like summer. Cookouts, family reunions, skating rinks, house parties. Hell, even Sunday morning cleaning. All had a soundtrack that connected all of our generations. Those songs remind us of where we were, who we were with, and sometimes even who we used to be. They carry memories that never fade because music has a way of touching places in our heart that words alone never can. So maybe that's why those songs still hit different today. I mean, I think if each one of you saw how we said it, how we felt when we brought the song up, I mean, they're reminders that while times change, genuine emotion never goes out of style. Great music doesn't age. It just becomes timeless. Other than that, man, I'm gonna pass it over to my co-host. We will start with Talisha on my right. You say goodbyes, give your hashtag or whatever, and let the people know. Let the people go.
You guys, hop in the comments. Tell us your Mount Rushmore. Who's your top 5 of all time in any of the categories? I'd love to see what you guys are thinking right now.
Please, you know what I'm saying? Who we left off, who we missed, and then, man, again, tell us your top 5s in those categories. Ice cold.
You know what, Talisha, I like the interaction. I'm curious if people gonna put us on game or put us to shame. And the people that we omitted or forgotten, please blame it on our mind and not our heart. And we have a love for the genre of music, period, right? R&B, neo soul, hip hop, country, gospel, you name it. And honestly, the show isn't long enough. This is gonna be long to really mention everybody. So continue to put us on game, hold us accountable. And if it's somebody we omitted, let's make sure they get their shine.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a good time tonight. But again, we look forward to hearing from your comments on who your Mount Rushmore would be. And again, you could have been anywhere in the world today, but you chose to listen to our podcast. And we thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, I love when you say that at the end of every show. For real. Because we truly appreciate you spending the time to spend with us. All right. Hey, and I'm gonna close on this quote right here. Since we, talked about music for a lot, the quote is, music is the diary of the heart. Long after that moment has passed, the melody remembers what we felt. I'm gonna say that one more time. Music is the diary of the heart. Long after the moment has passed, the melody remembers what we felt. As we close today's show, remember that every song is more than lyrics. It's a bookmark in our lives. It reminds us of victories, heartbreaks, friendships, first loves, and fresh starts. So the next time an old school song comes on, don't rush to change the station. Let it play. Let it remind you of how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how beautiful it is that some memories can still make us smile with just a few familiar notes. Until next time, keep your heart open, keep the music playing, and remember, every day gives us another chance to create memories that one day will become someone else's old school classics. You guys have a blessed one, and we'll see you next week.